Hello, Nick. So I continue with my sports game detours here with another sports game that I got this year, well, 2024, I guess. I guess technically now it's 2025, but this is Highlight Maker Hoops Primetime from Plaay, Plaay. This came out, man, I think it was like last March. Um, This follows with on the heels of their quick play version basketball game, Highlight Maker Hoops. To me, I find it incredibly confusing. I mean, I when I'm thinking about this on my own, I'm thinking, is this prime time? Is this Highlight Maker Hoops? They're both they're both Highlight Maker Hoops, but this is the prime time version, which is the full play mode. The regular Highlight Maker Hoops is just the quicker play. But I don't know. To me, I find it doesn't stick in my mind well enough for differentiating it. But that's what it is. But this is so full play mode. I mean, I don't. It doesn't simulate each and every pass, but it gets down into the details. Thought I'd just kind of give a little taste of the action, maybe one segment, and talk about it a bit. I also when I got this, I got the 1989-1990 NBA season. That was I think the second championship of the Detroit Pistons. They had the back to back, the Bad Boys or whatever it was. Just so happens that my girlfriend, who's my wife, she was a Portland fan, and I was a Detroit fan, and they met in the finals. So that was interesting, and I don't know. I always think back. I don't know if anybody remembers this arcade game NBA Jam, and he's heating up. I don't know if you remember that, but anyways, we'd always in the arcade. She would play against me. She'd have Porter and Clyde Drexler, and I'd have, I guess it was probably Dumars and Isaiah Thomas, or I don't know who it was for the Pistons, but some fun games. But so that was always fun. Kind of after this, I guess after the season after this, I kind of became less interested in the NBA. Not because the Pistons lost to the Bulls, and then the Bulls, had their basically took over. Just I remember, I don't know, the the Pistons, the Bulls beat them on 4 games to none or 4 games to 1, and just really laid the hammer down, kind of embarrassed them. And I just remember at the very end, I just remember Isaiah Thomas being like just a horrible sore loser, like telling the Bulls players how the Lakers were going to destroy them, and well, they didn't. And I don't know, that just kind of turned me off. Joe Dumars was always my favorite player, but I always respected Isaiah Thomas. And after that, what I perceived as just horrible sportsmanship, I just didn't really care for him anymore, and just kind of didn't started not paying as much attention. Kind of I kind of I remember Grant Hill being in Detroit for a few years, some years later, and always felt bad that they never had a good team for him. But that was kind of the extent of it, and I haven't really paid attention much since then. But I don't know. I mean, games like this always were interesting. And I just remember like that rise of the Pistons back then. Like, there was the one year, they got to the conference finals and lost in 7 games to the Celtics. And then the next season, they finally got past the Celtics and played the Lakers in the finals. And then they lost in 7 games there. And then the next year, they got back to the finals against the Lakers and finally beat them. And then this was the year after that where they they played Portland, but always it was a good time while it happened, and then kind of I got soured on it. But anyways, enough with my whining. So this is Highlight Maker Hoops Primetime. So you got the players out here. So right now I'm at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and Detroit leads 80-79. It's been a pretty close game. Early on in the first quarter, it looked like Detroit was going to run away with it, but ever since then, the Portland came back, made it close at the end of the first, and then it's been pretty much like a 1 point game since then. Pretty exciting. The chips kind of signify who your playmakers are going to be for the current segment. I think like red is your kind of like who your main person you're going to feed the ball to score. Purple is like the second most person you're going to feed the ball to, and then blue and green are kind of your playmakers that you're going to try to use. It's kind of like your game plan. I'm not really laying these out. It comes with colored die where you just roll, and then you can place them on your own, kind of just simulating the coaches coming up with their own game plan. The coaches also have, depending on how well they've prepared the team for that segment, they can be complacent or energetic, blah, blah, blah. For this segment, the Blazers are energized and Detroit's neutral. We got people resting over here, other people on the bench. Nobody's in foul trouble at the moment because we're in the fourth quarter. So if you reach the foul trouble threshold, you're ejected for fouls. And we do have a couple people. Petrovic on the Blazers, he's got 5 fouls. And let's see, John Sally he's only got 4, but he's kind of been on the line the whole game, and have really had to rest him a lot to avoid him having too many fouls. So let's get going here. So let's see, the initial what is it? Jump ball at the beginning, the Pistons won. So second quarter and third quarter, we had the Blazers do the inbound result, and so the fourth quarter here, the Pistons are going to do the inbound result. So we roll the dice, and then we'll check it out here to see what happens. So we got a 7. Energized offense, they are not. Energized defense, which Portland is, so turnover. Both neither. Okay, so just Portland creates a turnover, so they got the ball now. And then the way it works is, so there's 3 segments per quarter, and you, depending on how high scoring a game you want or what era, you pick so many of these cards that are going to be in the deck for a quarter, and then you separate it into, just, you don't do it precisely, you just kind of eyeball 3 separate piles, and then those are your different segments. So we'll flip over this first card, and then you roll 1 die. Got a 4, and so that determines which of this card we're going to do. So we're looking at the power guard with quick. So that's Porter. He does have quick there. Has the quick with the star. Star means it's offense and defense. The upside down triangle means it's just offense, and if it was just a square, that's on defense. So he's got quick. So Green takes a net shot, so he's going to pass it to Danny Young, and he's going to take a net shot, but he does not have the net quality, so he's going to miss that. So let me, I don't know, I'm keeping some stats here for whatever reason, but it probably will slow me down here a bit. Offensive rebound to SF if missed, so Clifford Robinson gets it. Since he got the offensive rebound, he can try to put it back up, which he will. So I roll 2 dice. I get a 5. We look up here. He scores and is fouled. So Robinson, he scores. So the Blazers take the lead. That's the first foul of the quarter. And let's see. Let's determine who did it. I got a 1, so it looks like Gerald Henderson fouled him in the act of shooting. So that's his first foul. All right, so now Robinson's got a free throw shot. If he rolls a 2 or a 7 to 9, he's going to miss the free throw. He got a 6, so he makes it. So the oh man, maybe I shouldn't have been. This is going to slow me down trying to keep my stats. All right, so Blazers come out, take an 82-80 lead, and we head back over to the Pistons ball. We flip the next card, and we roll to see what we got. So we're going to get the horse result. So red players trade long-range shots. So we're going to start with James Edwards, and shots made if energized. Well, the Pistons aren't energized, so I don't even have to worry too much. Edwards is going to miss that. And then the red player over here is Danny Ainge. So long range shot. So this is, I don't know, one of my little pet peeves. It's like, I got to go find this in the book every time this comes up. So long range quality means a 3-point basket is made or missed in the 3-point era, or a 2-point if before the 3-point era, or in the 3-point era if the player doesn't have any underlying shot qualities. That confuses me. So he doesn't have any underlying shot qualities, but it says the shot's made if energized. So I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to take that, but we're going to say he made it. That's kind of a pet peeve I have at the moment about this is I'm not sure. And I'm sure I could go find the fact. I mean, there's pretty good resources for play games. Oh crap, okay, so then back over here. All right, so we flip the next card. Blazers are starting to pull away. So 5 shot create offense blue with spark. So that's Joe Dumars. He's got offensive spark. It's underlined, so this means the shot's going to be made regardless. Normally you would check, so the green player takes a tip shot. So Edwards would have made it anyways because he's got the tip, but Dumars just assured he does. So Edwards puts it down. That's his 5th basket. And 1, 2. Pistons pulled back within 3. So back over to the Blazers. Next card. Let's see which one we're going to use. Boy, we're getting a lot of 4s. All right. Blue home. So the Blazers have it. Terry Porter is the blue player. They're not home. So otherwise, the visitor misses from a long range and defensive rebound. So Porter misses a shot. He was trying to go for a 3-pointer. So the Pistons have it. Let's go. Maybe I won't move you around so much so you get sick. I'll just kind of narrate. All right, so we got an off the glass result. Purple misses from long range. So Mark Aguirre misses a shot. Rebound battle at center for snag. So with this, we look at the center rebound. So Cooper's got snag and Edwards doesn't. So they get it, or the Blazers get it. All right, next card. Roll to see what option we get. Number 3, the horse result. So blue players trade missed shots. So we're generating some stats here for misses. So Terry Porter. Yeah, if I ever do get playing this more, also I'm gonna come up with a different score sheet. All right, so Porter took a shot, missed. Pistons got it. Dumars took a shot, missed it, and the Blazers got it again. So the next card, flip that over. We can go back and see again. All right, so we got defensive play. Defender of blue with skill. So Terry Porter's the blue player. Henderson has skill, but it's only on offense. So that's a no. So otherwise, the SF takes a net shot. SF, that's Clifford Robinson. He does not have the net quality. Off the glass battle if missed. So rebound battle, SF with push. So SF, so Robinson's got push. John Sally's got push underlined, so he is going to win that. And I don't know. So if Robinson wouldn't have had push, this would have led to an immediate transition basket. But I think since Sally needed the underline quality to win it, that he it's not on transition. So, anyways, we'll go to the next card and roll. Let's see what we got. So 4. So another horse result. Blue players trade yes shots. So Dumars has the yes quality, so he puts a basket down. So that pulls the Pistons within 1 at the moment. Then we go to Portland's blue player. He's got a yes shot, so Porter makes it. Where's Porter? There he is. So Porter puts the lead back to 3. And that's that card. So it flows kind of nice, you get going on it. And a lot of the times you just go and you don't think much. But sometimes there's just things that kind of like I'm not familiar enough yet to know how to do it. So, all right. So now we are green player is an icon. So James Edwards, the green player, he is an icon. Pass to red, who scores from short range. So I guess he keeps it himself and then goes and scores. So James Edwards, he puts down another basket. He's got 6 baskets on the day. And it's the Blazers leading 87-86. They're balling now. All right, let's go to the next card. All right, we've got shot create. All right, offense PF with fresh. All right, so you'll see. Oh, wait, I think, yeah, this is like that. So you'll see here, these players, they're considered fresh if once. So Danny Young played the end of the third period, and we kept him in there, so he covers up fresh. So he's not fresh. So sometimes they ask you, for if they're fresh or not, and this is one of those cases. So Buck Williams, the PF, is fresh. So then Green takes a big shot, and he does not have the big shot quality, so that's going to be a miss. So Danny Young with a miss. And then it says offensive rebound to PF if missed. So Buck Williams gets the offensive rebound. We're going to put it back up. He got a 6, and that's a score. So Buck Williams, offensive rebound, and puts it back up. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, Blazers lead by 3. Back over to the Pistons card, and we roll to see which option we got to do. Number 3, foul. Red fouled while shooting by opposing player. So James Edwards took a shot and was fouled by Wayne Cooper. So let's give Wayne Cooper. Oh wow, I don't know if I've. Oh yeah, there he is. So that's Wayne Cooper's first. So now we have to see whether James Edwards made it or not. And if you'll forgive me, this is another one of the things that hasn't been in my brain yet. Oh, okay, so I roll a die and I see that he's got this shot quality. So number 6 is the wow, and he does not have it, so he missed it. So James Edwards misses the shot, but that was a shooting, in the act of shooting, so he's going to get 2 free throws, and his clank rating is 6 and 9. So as long as he avoids that, he got snake eyes, so that's a free throw made. And the next shot, 4, so he nuts them both, and that puts it back to a 1-point game. All right, over here, getting low on cards for this segment. So let's see what we got. We got 5 shot create offense. PG with smart. So does Porter have smart? He does, and it's offense. So then the green player, which is Danny Young, takes a net shot. He does not have the net quality, so he misses. So Danny Young. with a miss. That's his 7th miss of the game. Offensive rebound to SF. So Robinson gets it. He's going to put it back. 5 scores and fouls. Wow, they are really they're slamming the boards this time, or this segment. So Robinson with the basket. That's 2 points. Let's see who fouled him for Mark Aguirre. So, all right, Robinson lines up for the free throw. And he rolls a 7. All right, so that is in his clank range. So he missed the free throw. Clifford Robinson, yeah, right there. All right, so in this case, there is a free throw rebounding chart. So I got to roll 2 dice, and then we'll see what happens. So we got a 6 center grab. So we look at the center category here. So Wayne Cooper has the grab and James Edwards does not. So Wayne Cooper gets the offensive rebound. I guess he could try to put it back up. He might as well. Wow, they're starting to pull away. Got a 7. That's a miss defensive rebound. All right, so I got to mark Wayne Cooper with the miss. Wow, they could have majorly started pulling away there. All right, we got 2 cards left in this segment. Number 3, foul. Ref 2 questionable. Now here's just this I love. So the game has refs much like History Maker Baseball, if you're familiar with that at all, and they have different qualities. So this is asking, is ref number 2 questionable? So no, he's not. He's solid and lenient. If it would have wanted us to check ref number 3, the answer would have been yes, he is questionable. So if he's not questionable, the defensive SG fouls the star player. So let's see. So defensive SG. So Danny Young is going to commit a foul. And do we have, so when it's asking for this, there is, so we're looking for one of these on the Pistons, but they don't have any of those. So it says, or red player, if no offense. So James Edwards got fouled. It wasn't a shooting foul, and that's only the 2nd foul of the quarter. So the Pistons will keep the ball, and we'll go to the final card here of the segment. 1 defensive play, defensive center with power. He's got power, and it is on defense. So turnover, and that's so they'll have the ball coming out of the TV timeout, and we have gone through the first segment. So, I mean, if I wasn't filming this and trying to talk to you and trying to keep stats, this would go a heck of a lot faster. But let me run through the TV timeout segment here. So so this TV timeout chart is for like each half. So like, you've got 4 minutes of the quarter, then you got 8 minutes of the quarter, then you got the end of the quarter. So now we're in the 4-minute mark of the quarter, and you start with whoever's going to have the inbound. So we're going to start with Portland here, and you roll 2 dice. So we get a 6, and then we look on here. So 6, purple must rest. So you come over here and you just follow along. So Danny Young's the purple player, and so that kind of makes sense because he had played at the end of the 3rd quarter, so he's got to come out. So what you do is, so you move your resting back on the bench. So Danny Young goes into the resting section, and then you move all your players down. They're no longer fresh. And then we'll look through here and we'll decide who we want to bring in. So I think we're going to bring Clyde Drexler in. Let's see, I'm looking at the starters here. So Drexler, definitely, he'll come in and he'll be fresh. I think we might leave Porter in. Bring Duckworth in here at center, so we'll send Cooper to rest. And then Jerome Kersey will replace Buck Williams. And so how's that look? So right now, the Blazers are leading 91-88, so they're up by 3. I think that's what they're going to do. So Porter and Robinson are not going to be fresh. Oh, and I forgot one thing. So also that 6 that we rolled to determine who had to come out, that also then we look on the coach's chart here. So that 6 roll means they're energized. So the Blazers are going to stay energized. And then the final thing you do, you could, if you wanted to be, coaching, thinking you're coaching yourself, you could allocate these colored chips, or you can just roll the dice, which is the way I'm going to be doing it. So the green goes to the first player, the blue goes to the third, the red goes to the fourth, and purple goes to the fifth. So wow, some distribution there. The Blazers have decided they're not going to concentrate on any one player for more than one thing. So now we've got that out of the way. So now we're going to do the Pistons. So we make our roll, and we got a 7. And look on here. So red must rest. So James Edwards is going to have to come out for a spell. He's a little winded. So everybody is no longer fresh. And then we can go through and decide who we want to bring in for that. So I'm thinking Thomas, Lambeer, Rodman, Vinnie Johnson. Yeah, so let's see, we're going to need well, that's going to be Lambeer. So Lambeer, he'll come in fresh. Vinnie Johnson at guard. Yeah, we'll have these guys come out. The Pistons want to make sure they can capitalize on freshness since they're trailing for the first time. And then Rodman in for Aguirre. So Sally will be our the Pistons' one guy that's not going to be fresh for this segment. Let's also look at that 7. How does that work for their coach? All right, Chuck Daly has them energized for this segment. And then we'll roll the colored die to see what the game plan's going to be. All right, so purple goes to the first player. Blue goes to the 5th player. And so green and red being 6s, then that means we can allocate them as we want. So red is your big scorer, or who you want to feed to score the most. I'm tempted to give it to Thomas, but he's already got, I think that's a secondary scoring chip. I think we'll give it to Vinnie Johnson, and then I don't know whether the green is the secondary assist or not, but we will, Sally and Rodman are pure defensive. Maybe we'll give Thomas the playmaker. So that's how you do it. So then we move this to the next TV timeout will be 8 minutes into the quarter, and that's how we do it. So at the beginning of the next segment, Portland's going to have the ball. We'll roll on the inbound result, and then we're going to bring down the next set of cards here, and we play through that, and that's basically how it goes. So I'll finish out the game, come back with kind of the result for you, and we'll discuss a little bit. All right, game has been completed. The Portland Trailblazers defeat the Detroit Pistons 115-101. Trailblazers just came alive there in the fourth quarter. They trailed by 1 entering it. You saw in the first segment they took the lead, and then they just continued to pour it on. Big scorers, Drazen Petrovic, 29 points. Terry Porter, 26 for the Blazers. And for the Pistons, Mark Aguirre had 20, and James Edwards had 17. So a lot of, I guess my first thing, that I had a lot of technical fouls in that game. Blazers had one technical foul with their coach. The Pistons had two with theirs, and then they had two players with technical fouls. And the way that was coming up was on the putback chart here. I would roll 10 and 11 all the time, and then it seems like over here on the putback, just a lot of technical fouls is basically what you get, which I would think offensive rebounds you'd get more dunks than you would that, and I think I only got like one or two the whole game of dunks, but that's, whatever. It's what it is. What it is. I never got to the highlight reel. I don't know. I guess you got to get a 5 when you're on there, and then you go to highlight reel X, and then you can keep going up depending on what you roll. But never got any of those. So I guess I should have never started filming. Pistons were holding their own up until that point, and the second that I started filming, boy, it just all came apart. So my thoughts. I don't know if this game's for me. I love the things I love the most are the little colored chits that you're like, saying which players are going to be keyed on for scoring and playmaking. I like that the coaches come into the game, with the energy they give their team, and also the fact that the refs are in this game. I don't think they were in the normal fast version, but I mean that's all cool. And I like the enforced rests here that you get. I think that's a great aspect. I really like that. I think those right there are things that are rare in. I mean, I don't even know if they exist in any of the other full play basketball games. I don't have a whole lot of experience. My experience would be the old Status Pro basketball back in the 80s. A few times I've thought about tracking that down. I really enjoyed that. From what I remember, for me that seemed to flow a little better than this did. Of course, I mean, caveat, this is only my first play of the game. So a lot of things aren't in my head yet. But just from what I remember. Plus, I don't know, if back to my Quick Decks hockey video, it just didn't seem to flow as easy as that. A lot of terminology that I need to get in my head. But I don't know, I think I like the quick play version better, from what I remember. It's been a few years, I think, since I played that. But I really enjoyed that. I think I played a playoff series with what came with it, and had a good time with that. That's more, instead of like, you've got your 5 players on the court. In the quick play version, you just basically have you've got everybody stacked in a pile, and you rotate through. If somebody scores, they stay in, and you rotate the other side, and you just keep going like that. And there's the quarters are defined and stuff, and it just flows nice. It doesn't really. It's more about impact points. For your stat keeping, rather than buckets and steals and defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds, which you can get out of this game if you want to. I didn't track the rebounds or the steals. I just tried to track the points, the missed shots, stuff like that, and it would even flow quicker if you didn't do that. But of course, I mean, if you want to get down into the full play mode of this, you probably are doing it because you want stats. I like the card idea. I think that's good. Just flipping through and stuff. I think earlier iterations there was I can't remember if there was I think there was cards and there was die rolls, but it was different. Even this goes pretty nice. The I mean, and one thing between this and the quick play version, I mean, it uses the same player cards. So once you're familiar with those, I mean, you pretty much know how things work. I don't, I had a problem with like knowing what long range meant. I can't remember if that was in the quick play version, and I'm just having a brain fart since it's been a while. But I mean, I think it's a good game. I just think if I'm gonna play something, it's probably gonna be the quick play version. One thing that didn't get into is this also has the final minute mode, which the quick play did, but this is, I would assume, a little more in depth. It's much more, the clock's counting down and you're having to decide, do you try to work that a better shot, taking time, or do you need to hurry up your shot? At least that was the way it was in the quick play. And I would think it's kind of like that here. It's been a while since I've seen the videos that are out there by people and by Play, but that's it. A lot of meandering here. My usual insightful self, haha. Coming at the end of the old holiday break. As you can see, I got pretty much nothing done that I wanted to get this cleaned off and organized, and didn't. Set this up right before my break, and it pretty much sat there the whole time. I played through it some, and then finally got around to taking a look at it here with you. So if you like basketball and you want to get down into the details more, I think this would be a good option for you. Of course, I definitely am not the aficionado of long play basketball games. And hey, check this out. This guy showed up again from the old War for America series when I did a little cleaning up of boxes. I tell you, I don't know how the Continentals won that game, because it seems like all their people were trying to desert off the table. So there you go. Everybody, hope you're doing well, and we'll talk later.